Don't make me send you a shirt. If you're a goaltender, tend the goal! Breathe it in. Thursday. It's the best day of the week because today is the first Stanley Cup playoff edition of Steve's Dangets, where we take a look at the biggest dangets from around the NHL over the past week. We'll deal with the dregs of the regular season, the very last few games, the last few dangets that there were to behold, and then, well, the dangets, they become a little bit more high stakes. Let's take a look. For our first danget, come on, you know we couldn't end this season without saying goodbye to the New Jersey Devils. Whenever a player on the road team does that thing where they just stand stock still behind the net and don't do anything with it, they get booed. And absolutely every fan of the home team in attendance, they have a fantasy of that player turning it over. Well, wish granted.
To the corner. And a heavy hit delivered by Niederreiter on a hot tube. 7:15 left here in the first period. 2-0 Hurricanes lead. And goals by Marty Necas, and now another one out in front. They'll score! Yes, Barry Kotkaniemi.
Playoffs is it's Barry Kotkaniemi and Marty Necas. They set up the controlled forecheck right here. A mistake from behind the net gets picked off with the forwards having great sticks, and then Marty Necas sending over a gift to Jesperi Kotkaniemi. He shows the great hands around the net, tucking it in.
You know that scene in Indiana Jones where that guy does all those sword tricks and then Indiana Jones just shoots him? That's kind of what this is. How do you have the puck behind the net for like 5 hours and then turn it over? This dude had enough time to tweet what he was doing. About to turn it over, LOL. Go Devils. Carolina takes advantage and, oh man. Well, maybe next year will be different for the New Jersey Devils. That's a dang it. For our next dang it, I kind of can't believe this wasn't first. Actually, no, I do know why it wasn't first. Because it would be the entire video on loop over and over and over again. In fact, I'm gonna make you watch it 10 times. Okay, 10's egregious. Well, show it as many times as you want. The Nashville Predators. UC Saros, Vezina candidate, or at the very least in the conversation, he had a spectacular season. Heading into the playoffs, he's gonna give them a chance. Except he's not available because he's injured. So Big Save Dave is now in the net. By in the net, I mean trying to become a part of it literally.
Find it, stolen away by Nichushkin. He's got a 2-on-1 with Mikko. Val is in, looks to Mikko. Saved by Rittich, puck high in the air, and Rittich runs himself into the crossbar. Trying to catch that puck off the glass. Rittich turns and runs himself right into his own net, but hangs on.
Even his own teammates were having a little chuckle at the end of that. Let's have another little look at it. Nichushkin just reads that play perfectly. Little aerial here. Mikko, his puck's coming back. He just...
Well, the Predators probably holding their breath a little bit, too. I mean, Rittich is their backup. They're already without UC Saros, and he ran right into the corner.
That's gotta hurt.
Well, almost impaled himself.
There's no reason for the camera to be on me right now. Show it 5 more times.
To make a big save on Ratton, and he gets a shoulder on it. Focused all the way there. Whoops! I got the puck. Shoulder on it. Focused all the way there. Whoops!
Okay, wait. Is there some sort of free music that we can play that we're allowed to play and you can set it to? Has the Sportsnet TikTok done the Bruno Mars trend? The da-da-da-da-da? What is he doing? Oh, Dave. That's a dang it. Honestly, we'll probably show it at the end of the video too, so keep watching. And it's not even the last Nashville dang it. Here. You tell me where the puck is, all right? See if you can find it. Go.
We know when he's playing well, and then we know when he's playing playoff well, and that's what he's doing tonight.
Scramble for that loose puck. Dangle on the stick of OConnor, that turnaround shot. Way down low, and it's in the net! Oh my goodness, Logan O'Connor! He doesn't know how he scored it, but the Avs have a 3-1 lead.
Those every single player in this, on the ice, and on the players, but all thought that puck had gone out of the net, out of the rink. Now watch. He shoots. Look at the goalie. The goalie's looking over his right shoulder. The defenseman looked over his shoulder. Watch the Nashville Predators. But it hit Josi and bounced right back. Josi didn't feel it hit him. So everybody turned and thought it was gone out of the building.
Everybody's looking around as if, what in the wide, wide world of sports is going on down deep in the Nashville zone?
Okay, now here's the rule. If you didn't see where it was, you don't get to laugh at the Predators. Dude, every Pred on the ice, every fan in the building didn't know where the puck was. And then O'Connor looks down and he's like, oh, it must be my birthday. And he would be mistaken. It's actually in August. I looked it up. Why don't you know your own birthday, Logan? Watch again. Follow real closely.
We know when he's playing well, and then we know when he's playing playoff well. And that's what he's doing tonight.
Scramble for that loose puck. Dangle on the stick of O'Connor. That turnaround shot way down low, and it's in the net. Oh my goodness, Logan O'Connor. He doesn't know how he scored it, but the Avs have a 3-1 lead.
Coach, every single player in this, on the ice and on the players, but all thought that puck had gone out of the net, out of the rink. Now watch. He shoots. Look at the goalie. The goalie's looking over his right shoulder. The defenseman looked over his shoulder. Watch the Nashville Predators. But it hit Josi and bounced right back. Josi didn't feel it hit him. So everybody turned and thought it was gone out of the building.
A dang it doesn't necessarily have to be a mistake. It's just a happy accident that's really funny. That's a dang it. In our final regular season dang it, it's amazing after the two playoff battles these two teams had over the last 2 years. But the Islanders and Lightning. The Lightning are back-to-back reigning Stanley Cup champions. The Islanders didn't play the first 3 months in their home building. And even though they improved as the season went on, their season never really recovered. And this dang it from game 82 just sort of really puts the exclamation mark at the end of it.
A great pass though by Dobson, right? I mean, gee, he has such great vision and
Oh, maybe not. He jinxed him too.
Yep.
Ran right into Josh Bailey. Leads to Stamkos and he scores. Islanders make a mistake. Steven Stamkos makes him pay. He's got 2, and the Lightning have the lead.
that might have been too many men on the ice as number 44 was jumped off in a hurry. On the Islanders, what a chance as Vasilevsky just slides across, gets as big as a house. Islanders are not able to track that down. And then they run into each other, and then Stamkos coming up late takes all kinds of time, and he makes absolutely no mistake. He shoots the puck too well, and there it is as Dobson runs right into Bailey. And away they go as Palat says, well, I know who to give it to, number 91, and he makes absolutely no mistake.
You know, whoever counts the hits at the Islanders games is like, that counts as 2. They notoriously award them 5. Every player gets 500 hits. I'm sure I don't need to tell you this, but 2 players on the same team running into each other, leading to a 3-on-1 going the other way, and then it's a goal is a dang it. Now, for the playoffs. In the National Hockey League, you're allowed to try to break a player's ankle.
It around with 1:30 to go in the game. Foss, shot pass out in front, and there's a save made by Fleury as he robs Buchnevich, who was right between the dots. Let's go back and show you the penalty called on Jared Spurgeon, and this is certainly a penalty of frustration.
Yeah, sometimes the players will say this is a goal in any league or a penalty in any league. That's a penalty in any league. You see the frustration from the captain, Jared Spurgeon, otherwise known as the Spurgeon General, as he gets that cross-check down on the ankles. And that's clearly frustration bubbling over there, no question.
Yep, it's allowed. Go ahead, try it. It's fine. And this is the part where you go, well, actually, Steve, it's not allowed. There was a fine. Maybe calm down. You know what doesn't make me calm? When you pronounce the L in calm. And the NHL Department of Player Safety holds the not-so-silent L on this one. Jared Spurgeon, he cross-checks Pavel Buchnevich below the knee from his own knees when I've never seen this before in my entire life at any level of hockey. I've never seen this ever. Like, think about this. Ask yourself, like, between like games that you've been to, like as a kid, like games that you played in, games of any level, AHL, ECHL, junior, whatever. Have you ever seen a player cross-check below the knee on the back of just above the ankle? Here, show it. Show it in real time. Show it in slow motion after that. What's Jared Spurgeon trying to do here other than breaking Pavel Buchnevich's ankle?
Yeah, sometimes the players will say this is a goal in any league or a penalty in any league. That's a penalty in any league.
He tried to injure a player. He tried to alter Pavel Buchnevich's career, and I'm not being hyperbolic with that at all. And it's allowed! It's allowed! It's just allowed because a $5,000 fine is legal for a price. Someone sent me a meme that a fine means legal for a price, and it stuck with me. How does Jared Spurgeon getting fined punish Jared Spurgeon and the Minnesota Wild? It doesn't. It doesn't, guys. It doesn't. A $5,000 fine, the maximum allowable under the CBA, we'll get to that in a minute, means allowed. By the way, the reason that they tweet that out, people rag on the Department of Player Safety when they only fine someone $5,000. It's the maximum allowable under the CBA, and there's a reason that the Department of Player Safety repeats that over and over and over again. This was collectively bargained. Players don't want to get fined, obviously. You know what I also imagine they don't want is to have their ankle snapped, is to have to recover from Achilles tendon surgery. But hear me when I say this with my entire chest, the current NHLPA is useless! Dude, it doesn't protect players at all unless they are offenders like Jared Spurgeon, who tried to alter a player's career and at minimum alter a series in favor of his team. That is garbage and doesn't belong in the sport at all. A $5,000 fine is a joke that the Department of Player Safety and the NHL Players Association wears on their face. That is awful. And that's a dang it. Seriously, I know these videos are usually much more fun and lighthearted than this. That's a joke. That's an absolute joke. Certainly not a hockey play. Here's a dang it from that series that is a hockey play. The St. Louis Blues do a masterful job shutting down the Minnesota Wild. The Wild have 0 shots in 10 minutes. And the first shot that the Minnesota Wild get on net is the result of a broken stick from the St. Louis Blues.
The fact that his team was able to maintain their composure in Game 1. And I think that speaks about 75% of the players in this group that were on the Stanley Cup winning team.
A snapped stick. And a takeaway by Greenway. On net. Score! The first shot on net of the game for the Minnesota Wild is an Eriksson goal. And the Wild, for the first time in the series, are on the board.
And this roof could very well pop off here at the XL Energy Center. The fans were waiting to get involved. They were waiting to show their appreciation for this team. And go figure, it's the third line that's been so effective. Good forecheck pressure. A little equipment malfunction, though, for Bortuzzo. And opportunistic is Jordan Greenway. Watch him turn the corner and go back downhill. The big man. Great pass by Jordan Greenway. Vision going dot to dot. Here's Greenway 18. Watch, turn the corner. And he's got his head up the entire time. Nice diagonal pass over to Eriksson Ek, and he snaps it past Husso. 1-0 Wild.
How did it even snap? Did Jared Spurgeon get on his knees and cross-check it into the ice with his full might? That's the only logical explanation I see. What's the saying that Elliot and Jeff love to break out on every episode of 32 Thoughts? You plan, God laughs. Blues did everything right, and then a broken stick wrecks it for them. That's a dang it. Oh, and producer Drew wanted me to mention that we have brand new merch on shopsportsnet.store. We still have hat picks. We still have dang it's. Now we have beer steins, bigger coffee mugs. If you bite someone once, it's biting. If you bite someone twice, it's eating. And some stuff for the little guys. Check it out, shopsportsnet.store. For our next dang it, still sticking with this series, if you can believe it, we often talk about the summer as what? Silly season. It's silly season. The trade deadline and the week or two before, that's also silly season. But the playoffs can be silly season, where teams get really desperate. Like, for example, you can have 4-on-4 hockey, and with 7 minutes to go, you're like, you know what? I'm going to pull the goalie right now. And that's what the St. Louis Blues did right here. And immediately got scored on.
A drive. Chest save is made by Billy Husso. Eriksson Ek has had a busy night. Couple of goals. Just had one disallowed. Toss in 3 minor penalties as well. He's all over the box score.
Totally is.
Are on through center. Fires in. The net now empty as Husso goes to the bench with 7:15 to go. Down by 3 to try and create the 5-on-4, but with a wide open empty net, Kaprizov. He now has a hat trick. If you have your hat left here in Minnesota, in St. Paul, one more opportunity to toss it on the ice. Scored 63 goals, 5-on-4. Best in the league.
Yes.
And he had an opportunity down by 3 to put a 5-on-4 group out on the ice. Why not? Certainly worth the risk.
Yeah, of course.
Down by 3 with 7 minutes to go in the game.
Of course. I love coaches that go for it. And Craig Berube is a Stanley Cup winning coach. He's got a great staff. I love the instinct and the...
I mean, they tried. I don't know, you're down, you need a goal, there's lots of open ice. I don't even hate the idea. It's just the way it played out. Sucks. They gave up an empty netter immediately. Sorry. That's a dang it. Our next one is a maybe dang it. I'm not sure. I want you to decide. I'm sure you've seen, but Frederik Andersen hurt for the Carolina Hurricanes, and now so is Antti Ranta after getting bulldozed by David Pastrnak. Now it's Pyotr Kochetkov. And he did a good job in the game that he played. They won. The Hurricanes won. That's the whole point. But with Frederik Andersen out, with Antti Ranta out, and getting bulldozed by a Bruins player earlier in this game, is it a dang it that the Hurricanes allowed Brad Marchand to slash their goalie?
Marchand and Kochetkov to come together. Look, he wants to play it. He gives him a little whack. Gives him a second little touch here on the pads. There's the first touches. So there's the first on the shin pads. There's really nothing going on until the slap with the glove.
Slash, 52 Carolina, slash.
So this will end up with penalties on both sides. Marchand is in the box.
It's a tough look for the Hurricanes. I'll definitely give you that. But also, you control this series. There's no point in stooping down to Brad Marchand's level because that's exactly what he wants. And it's not like he actually hurt Kochetkov. But the other way I'd look at it is he didn't hurt Kochetkov that time. As the Bruins get more desperate, things might get a little bit more greasy. So leave a comment in the comment box down below. This dang it is up for debate. Is it a dang it that the Hurricanes didn't rush to the defense of their rookie goalie? Did I say Bruins or Hurricanes? It's either a dang it that I got it wrong or dang it that I don't remember. And we end with two classics. Andrei Vasilevskiy, of all people, one of the best goalies, if not the best goalie in the entire NHL. But buddy, don't make me send you a shirt. If you're a goaltender, tend the goal!
Regain possession for Toronto. And Kasha will dump it in and get a change. Here's an open in. Scores! Matthews has got another.
60 in the regular season. This is just a dump-in change. And look at everybody's changing. Ruda's going. The puck bounces over the stick of Vasilevskiy. Another frustrating moment for him. He went to go play it, couldn't get there, and then you can't allow Matthews a half-open net. Matthews jumps in on it, sees the bouncing puck, a couple of quick strides, and then a quick release. And it's been that kind of night. You need your stars.
Oh, and it was Austin Matthews too. That's a nightmare. That's a nightmare goalie scenario. What I love about this, it's not just Andrei Vasilevskiy misplaying the puck, or rather not playing the puck at all. It's Ondrej Kase getting an assist here for dumping the puck in on a line change. I think he was on the bench when he got this assist. Matthews now over 60 goals on the season, and very few of them looked easier than that. That's a dang. But that was in a game that was already a blowout. This one cost. Oilers, Kings, tied. Less than 6 minutes to go in the third period. Mike Smith, what are you doing?
Was making his way towards the net, stripped of the puck, and it's Iafallo. Dumps it in, puck stopped behind the net by Smith. Dangerous pass, shot, and Mike Smith saves his own bacon. My goodness. Another shot, but it's a goal. The LA Kings have yet another lead. It's 4-3.
Well, what a chain of events on this one. Mike Smith turns it over, looking for Leon Draisaitl up the ice. He was laid out of the zone. He had a stick in the air. He wanted the stretch pass, and it gets picked off. And what a save. This is it right here. It goes off the spinorama, and he lunges to make that save. An excellent one. This line has been outstanding for the Los Angeles Kings. It was Iafallo picks it off, takes the first shot. Dursey takes another one. Traffic in front. It's Philip Deneau with the celebration standing right over top of Mike Smith. Look at that dive to keep it out of the net, but then LA continues the attack, and right there, I believe it goes off of Deneau in tight and finds its way into the net for a 4-3 lead.
If you're a goaltender, tend the goal. How does this happen? Mike Smith, one of the oldest, most experienced goalies in the entire league. I don't. Yes, he knows how to play the puck. Yes, he has done some amazing things with the puck by setting up overtime winners and stuff this season, but that is confidence to the point of hubris. Dude, you got Duncan Keith, you got Evan Bouchard, and you fire it up the gut to a player who was in the neutral zone, and that could have been really cool. But I would call that a low percentage play. The resulting giveaway, Mike Smith dives in front of the net and he makes a heck of a save, only for the Kings to score seconds later what would be the eventual game winner as well. Yeah, the save is cool, but it's like dropping your hot dog, catching it before it hits the floor, and then squeezing it too hard and dropping it anyway. That was the comparable I landed on. That's what I picked. Okay. Well, it cost the Oilers game 1. They have since evened the series, but that was a dang it. So, that's it for this week's edition of Steve's Dang It's. What did you think? Leave a comment in the comment box down below. But that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. And what's that? Oh, we have a special bonus, dang it. All right, well, go ahead. Show it.